Okay. Yeah. Pluto is currently retrograde in Aquarius right now, but Mars is in rulership. Mars is in rulership in Aries. So I know it may feel like a lot right now, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but I promise things are transforming. Just hold on, please. Yo, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2024, baby. So yes, one of your ruling planets, Pluto, the Hades, the god of the underworld. Pluto is a planet of ordeals and the transformations that arise from them, and with Pluto being retrograde in Aquarius, I feel like there's something here about, like, what did you say about hope? What did you say about your wishes? What did you say about your friends? And like, you're wanting better friends and friends in higher places. And like, what's going on with how you respond to ordeals again? What's going on with how process transformation, how you process death and rebirth? And it's just like it feels like a final review. It's okay. And you have everything that you need in that full moon in Scorpio that we had. I know it's rough. And you're like, what the fuck? I told you. I thought you said that we were going into Technicolor. But it's like, we got to have the death before we have the rebirth, baby. I just saw 1:11 on the clock, and you will be having a rebirth. You are being cosmically realigned. I promise you. It's always darkest before dawn. And y'all have been used to darkness for the last 15 years, so you already been in there. You know what it is. It's okay. It's going to get better. I promise it's going to get better. I promise. I promise. Just hold on. Don't give up. That feels really important for me to say. Like, don't give up. Don't fall back into depression. Don't fall into darkness. Don't let yourself just like, oh, well, this is how it always is. They keep saying things are going to change, but they don't change. One of your ruling planets is like the slowest, and so there's this like profound churning of energy. But Mars, the god of war, Mars, our drive, our ambition, the way we take up space, in Aries, there's this brand new cycle that you're being prepared for. That's the thing. Mars in Aries is motivating you to figure out, who are you about to be these next 20 years. And I just saw 20, 220, 222. You're becoming masterful. You are 100% becoming masterful in this like new version of yourself. You just haven't met this version of you yet. You're still getting acquainted with them. You're still learning their quirks, like their belief systems, what they're interested in. Like, I feel like, about to learn how to trust this new version of you that is like rising up and emerging. So I want to go ahead and get started. Hydrate, light it if you got it. I welcome in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2024. Your ruling planet, Mars, goes into Taurus on June 9th. Be sure to go watch the Gemini season astrological video. And I feel like you're driven right now with Mars and Aries. You're being driven to figure out who the fuck you are and what you're going to do about it, and how to collaborate and co-create with the divine, the universe, the God of your understanding, whatever you like to call them. And then when Mars goes into Taurus, there's like this driven to acquire, this drive to establish a new self-worth. I feel like you're just about to get so clear on what you deserve and what you should be moving towards. There's stability coming, consistency coming. Don't give up. Don't go back. Don't let yourself go backwards. Don't let yourself backslide or sink back into heaviness or darkness or depression. It's time to move your body. It's time to indulge in self-love, self-care, luxuriating yourself, normalizing luxury in your life, especially with Mars going into Taurus. That's about value. It's about your self-worth. So let's get it in. Or Scorpio, asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Gemini season 2024. First thing came out is the Knight of Wands reversed. Slow down. Mars and Aries is going to have you on one. Slow down. Take your time. You may be feeling like restless or cocky or aggressive. You or someone around you, especially if they have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. I feel like there is just something about slowing down so you don't have to go back and do it again. Making the right decision the first time by not applying brute force. The Knight of Wands plus the 8 of Wands is the 9 of Wands, and that is a soldier home from war. I promise you, you're learning how to be done with the war. The internal war. The pace is picking up. You're going in a different direction in life. And you don't need to go full speed ahead. Your ruling planet, Pluto, is retrograde. So you inherently will be slowed down so that you don't go in the wrong direction, so that you don't make these like knee-jerk, old programming based decisions. I just feel like your drive and the way that you experience and express your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy are going in a completely different direction. And you need to like be willing to be in the current pace of life that you're in. Let yourself be, let it be as it is. There is this influx of physical, spiritual, and sexual energy that's coming in from Mars being in Aries, and I just feel like this is starting generating a new cycle of life for you. I'm telling you, where you're about to go, you haven't been here before. Come November, and it's gonna be November before we fucking know it. Especially with the way that we observe time, and the way I know for me, like how much I spend observing and like playing in the ether and interacting with different timelines. Yo, time is going by so quickly, but I'm just saying, like, you're going in a different direction. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements coming in, but baby, you showing up at the center of the reading, the Death card coming out, you are being reborn. So who are you afraid of becoming? What are you so afraid of? Some of you are experiencing loss, grief, death, remorse. Some of you are absolutely being divinely rerouted in your life, and it's uncomfortable, and you've been uncomfortable for so fucking long. But it's just a little bit longer. It's just a little bit longer. On the bottom of the deck, the Magician, I'm telling you, you're learning that you now have everything that you need to move forward. There may be someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or Scorpio, someone else with Scorpio placements that I feel like is really impacting your life. Some of you are finally pulling away from someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, or they're pulling away from you, and it just feels like, because especially if this person is like, some of you have a teenager that is a fire sign, or a teenager that's just being a fucking teenager, and you may not feel as close, or as like the connection may not feel as intense or as intimate as it was before. And I feel like that's good. They need to establish their own autonomy and independence. Let them live their life. Let them do their thing. Some of you have, it doesn't have to be a teenager. You just may have a child that I feel like is going in a different direction, or a different direction than what you would have wanted. I feel like some of you are still recovering from loss, grief, something profound ending. With death coming in the center of the reading for Gemini season, this whole season is about rebirth for you. And because all is mental, Gemini is a sign of I think. The rebirth starts in the mind. It starts in the thought process. You think it starts in your actions, but your actions are just a response to your thoughts and how masterful you are in your thoughts and in your mind. And so with the death card at the center of the reading, this is like you are becoming you. I feel like you are being, it's weird, I don't know how to explain that. It feels like the winds of change are like guiding you to, or like, what's that word, like the undercurrent, like the currents of the wind, or the under breeze. You know when you drive behind a semi and there's like a current that you can like ride the wave? That's what I feel like it's happening. I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Like there's like a certain, this is mutable air, the season of mutable air, and you're going to be blown in different directions. And I feel like you're learning how to surfboard that hoe. Like you're learning how to surfboard life. And everybody responds to change differently. Everybody responds to loss differently. But I feel like lucky number 13, like you are way luckier than you realize that you are. There's a new chapter with luck that's coming in as well. This is a metamorphosis. A lot of you think that, oh, this is like the end of something, or things are going downhill from now. No, this is a metamorphosis in the ways that things have. Exactly. You want the rebirth, but you got to have the death first, and the death happens, and then all of a sudden there's union, connection, marriage, fun, festivities, wish fulfillment coming in. There's a lot of fire here. So I feel like because Pluto is playing chess in the background, setting up the chessboard, Mars is out here like playing speed chess, and is going like way faster than you realize that it is. Life is changing at a different rate. There is a new foundation that you will be experiencing with someone with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements, Scorpio, maybe Cancer placements. There's a new relationship that you're forming with yourself, with your inner child, with this is like union, fun, festivities. I just feel like Gemini season is going to be way more social. You will be called or drawn to be way more social. Like you're getting out of the house, like moving more freely about the cabin. Final card, final message, please, for Scorpio. Sun, because you get motherfucking victory. I told you. You just need some chill time first. You just got to recover first. Some of you are really like, you're being called, like I'm telling you, you're being, it's like you're cultivating a profound capacity for patience. You have to. You're co-ruled by Pluto. And Pluto is the slowest. Pluto won't be back in Capricorn for another 250 fucking years, maybe more. Pluto spends 20 years in a sign. 15 to 20 years in a sign. You know, and so there is just like this, there's only, all the cards are fire. All the cards are wands. So there is a lot. You know what fire and air do, you know, and how they feed each other. And so there is something there around like patience, stability. Yes, be patient while you're rebuilding. You are planting important seeds. Now you're planting important seeds because you're experiencing this whole new rebirth, and the divine's about to give you the magic wand of manifestation. I'm going a little deeper into the plunge here, so I hope to see you all over on Patreon, where I'm going to clarify all these cards. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there, not only do I clarify every card, but there's all kinds of astrological content and a tier for daily readings. So come join the ethical cult. You about that life anyway. There's no killer Kool-Aid. Just high quality water for now. For free shit, check out my Instagram at JustJ_everything, TikTok at JustJEverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. All the links are in the description box below, as well as your channeled song for this season, so be sure to check that out. But let me zoom out. Okay, so clearly you are profoundly influenced by fiery, passionate, adventurous people. You need to give yourself more adventure. I feel like your relationship with someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements is really changing and is influencing your direction. So there's three horses here. One red, the first one is red, which lets me know like you going full force. Yes, pursue the things that you're passionate about, but be careful of your emotional responses. Be careful of like clapping back. Be careful of being snappy. Mind your tone, mind your word choice. Chill there. I feel like when it comes to business and pursuing like your career passions, yes, go full steam ahead there, but just pay attention. Eyes wide open, because the divine is guiding you somewhere very specific, and it's towards this place of harmony. It's towards this place of success and recognition and feeling grounded and really being able to express your heart, feeling like being able to express and share your heart chakra energy. Like there is an expansion, a big expansion, especially the closer that we get to Scorpio season, there is a big expansion of heart chakra energy. And that almost made me want to cry. There's this, I'm not going to say who it is because there's lots of controversy around this artist right now, but there's this line in my song. This line in this song has like fueled my manifestation and fueled my career in so many ways. And the line goes, sometimes I may just blow like 50K on a vacation for all my soldiers just to see the looks on all their faces. All it took was patience. All it took was patience, boo. You are being guided to your crown. You're being guided to this. You're on a spiritual journey. And you're at a different place. You're entering a new junction and you're finding a new flow. And in this new flow, some of you are still recovering from people who are extreme takers, people who maybe have a little like narcissistic tendencies, possibly. I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't like using those terms, but it's just like extreme taker energy. And I just feel like you're learning a new flow. You're learning a new life. And so be moderate, be patient, take your time. There is expansion that wants to come in. There may be somebody with Sagittarius or Pisces placements that's playing a big role. This is a Sagittarius card. Be patient while you rebuild, while you learn how to rebuild atop the rubble. And your actions are the blueprints that you are giving to the universe to instruct them on what you want going forward. So you don't need to be acting all willy-nilly. I know you're chomping at the bit to start this new chapter. I know that you're ready to just like move on and move forward, but check yourself before you wreck yourself. Slow the fuck down. Don't let yourself get agitated and say some shit that you end up regretting. Let me just zoom out a little bit. There is definitely a change an influential person. I feel like there may be somebody really younger than you, or like maybe even a little bit more immature, that is influencing you to be better, to grow, to ride the wave of life, influencing you to let go. And I just feel like you're free. Something's happening with freedom. There's a newfound freedom, and you need to just use it wisely, because while you're being cosmically rerouted. Yes, things have ended. Yes, things are not the same as they were even in January. In the beginning of this year, so much has changed. And I just feel like so many parts of you have changed. and the loss, the grief, the remorse, possibly even, is just really guiding you somewhere specific. And where it's guiding you is to fun. It's funny, the Knight of Wands plus the 8 of Wands makes the 9 of Wands, and then 6 and 4 is 10. You are figuring out, and Libra got the 10 of Wands randomly too. So there's something here about like you are learning what is essential so that you can gather that and move forward. Because you're clearly not being a groupie. You are keeping it moving. And you are moving towards, for some of you, there's a whole new cycle in your relationship, your romantic relationship that you're experiencing. For some of you, this is like the end of a relationship. For some of you, you're getting married, you're moving in together, you're getting engaged. You're like, maybe some of you are planning a wedding. Maybe some of you are like dreaming up a wedding. Some of you are have finally admitted to yourself that you desire to be married, that you desire connection, like you're feeling stable and ready for it. And I feel like something comes in hot and heavy. And I feel like those of you who are single, this person that's coming in your life is going to like take you on new adventures. It's going to show you different, I can show you the world, is how this feels, like a whole new world. For those of you who are in a relationship, I feel like y'all are about to establish a whole new world together. I feel like there's stability, consistency that you can rely on, stable ground that you can tread, where you just feel fucking ready. And I told you just to hold on. But it's not about me telling you. It's a matter of like, are you going to let yourself trust and believe that it can get better? We have the experiences that we expect. And I want you to expect goodness from God. I want you to expect goodness from life going forward. I want you to expect fun and festivities. And we also have the experience we prepare for. So stop with the cynicism. It's not keeping you from anything. It's just isolating you. It's not keeping you from, it's like cynicism or being sarcastic all the time. First off, we often joke ourselves into situations that we don't want to be in. So stop with the sarcasm. And the cynicism is like a defense mechanism. You think it's keeping you from disappointment, and all that it's doing is keeping you isolated. It's keeping you from experiencing things that are for you. I know it gets better. Hey, you ain't gotta be stressed out, and go and play your music loud, and you ain't gotta have no doubt. And I know it gets better. Hey, you're gonna be okay. And go listen to It Gets Better by Grizz. I love you. I'll see you over on Patreon. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.